far ahead of us in his physical activity and in all of his activities. He was far superior to what we could do. He did it from the drive which he had, and of course we did it because he insisted on doing it.
Well, I admired him very much because I felt that he was the kind of commander that any army needed, that he was daring, he wasn't afraid to take chances, that he trained us well so that we could survive and come home after the war.
And then he said, I refuse to take men into combat until they've had at least 6 weeks in the desert. Because the desert is a killer in itself. And he said we must acclimate our men to that. He would protect these men first.
For 4 months, the silence of the lonely desert gave way to the sounds of men and machines preparing for battle. In July 1942, General Patton was reassigned to begin planning the North African campaign. The training facilities continued to be used for the rest of the war, preparing men not only for desert combat, but for other theaters of operation, from the South Pacific to Alaska. Little now remains to show that over 1 million young Americans once trained here. A row of stones where lines of tents once were pitched. The ruins of a chapel where young soldiers prayed as they prepared for battle.
Right? Hear that?
Nearly half a century after his death, General George S. Patton still is remembered as one of the most brilliant, flamboyant, successful, and controversial leaders in American military history. Ready to meet whatever challenges life presented, he left an indelible impression on all who served under him.
The perception I had was that the officers were very, very scared of him. I was. And because of his demand for excellence and quality. But it would be fair to say that I think the troops liked him even more so because he was their kind of man. He talked like
Look
them.
over here, son.
He acted
World War
like
II.
them. He wasn't afraid of anything.
He insisted on immediate obedience, whether it be a sergeant from a lieutenant or a private
Now,
from a
Stefan
sergeant.
may know this. The Super
And he
6th
tried to train our
Armored
troops that way, all the way through.
Division.
One thing I do remember, I don't forget his speech.
Now there's one. Where's the
One thing
second?
he always said, I'm not training you to die for your country.
There's 3.
I'm training you to make other people die for their country. And I think that was the
There's 2.
basis of our respect for him. He tried to teach us that we were always first. That the United States was the greatest, and that Nazism was something that had to be defeated.
George Patton was born on November 11, 1885, near Pasadena, California. Even as a child, he dreamed of commanding great armies in combat. He entered West Point Military Academy in 1904. The young cadet found academic work difficult, but he excelled on the parade ground and in athletics. His prowess as an athlete and a marksman were so great that he was selected to represent the United States in the pentathlon in the 1912 Olympic Games. As a young officer, he volunteered to join General Pershing in pursuing Mexican bandits who had made a raid into U.S. territory. Patton shot the Mexican rebel commander after a fierce gun battle. He was among the first American soldiers to land in Europe when the United States entered the First World War.